Schematic study on the reaction between sodium thiosulphate and hydrochloric acid. Materials required. We require 0.1 molar sodium thiosulphate solution, 1 molar hydrochloric acid, 5 250 milliliters conical flasks labeled as A, B, C, D and E, measuring jars, white tile with a cross mark at the center, stopwatch, etc. Procedure. Take 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50 milliliters of 0.1 molar sodium thiosulphate solution in 5 conical flasks labeled A, B, C, D and E respectively. Measure 40 milliliters of distilled water in a measuring jar. Pour it into the conical flask A. Now, the total volume of the solution is 50 milliliters and the concentration of the solution is 0.02 molar. Then measure 30 milliliters of distilled water in the measuring jar. Pour it into the conical flask B. The total volume of the solution is 50 milliliters and the concentration of the solution is 0.04 molar. Then add 20 and 10 milliliters of distilled water into the flasks C and D respectively so that the volume of solutions in each flask is 50 milliliters. The concentration of the solutions in flasks C, D and E are 0.06, 0.08 and 0.1 molar respectively. Place the conical flask A on the white tile that has a cross mark at its center. Measure 10 milliliters of 1 molar hydrochloric acid in a measuring jar. Pour half of the hydrochloric acid into the conical flask A. Start the stopwatch immediately. Shake the conical flask and place it over the cross mark. Then add the remaining hydrochloric acid to the conical flask. Go on observing the liquid in the conical flask from the top. The insoluble sulfur formed during the reaction gives a milky appearance and makes the solution opaque. Stop the stopwatch when the cross mark on the tile becomes just invisible. Note down the time taken from the cross mark to become invisible. Repeat the experiment by adding 10 milliliters of 1 molar hydrochloric acid to the flasks B, C, D and E and record the time taken in each case for the cross mark to become just invisible. Plot a graph between 1 by T and the concentration of sodium thiosulphate by taking 1 by T along the ordinate and concentration of sodium thiosulphate along the abscissa. A straight sloping line is obtained. From the graph, it is clear that 1 by T is directly proportional to the concentration of sodium thiosulphate. But 1 by T is a direct measure of rate of the reaction. Therefore, the rate of reaction between sodium thiosulphate and hydrochloric acid is directly proportional to the concentration of sodium thiosulphate.